I'm standing in the cab, ledge. I'm stepping down. Carpet's really dirty. I haven't been able to find a vacuum or a carpet cleaner to handle that, but I think most of them are all superficial stains that will come out if we can come up with a carpet cleaner. That used to have an ice maker in it, and it never worked and was huge, taking up valuable storage space, so I pulled it out, figuring if we ever wanted an ice maker, we could buy one that was way smaller and more efficient. This does have a pull-out table. There. I need to hammer this guy back down onto its pieces right here. Just need to find some needle-nose pliers to bend them all straight. Most of the bulbs are out. They all have the original bulbs that it came with. That one's out. This one has that one, but this one's out. This one, oh, that one works. This one, those look pretty burnt out to me. And over here, that one's dead. Oh, both of those work. And this one works. This one has one light bulb, but it definitely looks dead. And this has been hanging off the wall. It still works when it has a bulb in it, but I think they're ugly, so I was actually just gonna remove them and take them down. There's one speaker, the other speaker's over here. The other two speakers are in the front of the cab. Those two stains have been, or 4 stains rather, I guess you can see those, were on the fold of when they were folded. I've washed them so many times, but they're still stained. But they are very functional because they have Velcro and they overlap, and it keeps the heat from the front out. Air condition number 1. Oh yeah, let's see if these lights work. Oh, they both work, sweet. And then that's the antenna thingy. The cabinets all look like this. Smoke detector. The cabinet thingy right here. Over here, this is a locking liquor cabinet. So we do have a key for that. It's one of the, this is one cabinet that locks, and the other two other cabinets are in the back that lock. All of these bulbs are burnt out, but they all work. They did whenever I got it. This outlet works. This is for your door step. It's locked out right now to the left. If you push it to the right, then the step will close when the door is closed. Let's see. Kitchen. I originally was going to remove this nonsense because it was holding a coffee pot up that didn't work, and it's just kind of in the way. I never got around to it because the screws are kind of difficult to, you need like a tiny screwdriver, a short screwdriver, and a flathead to get those out. I installed this because the one that came with it, this one sucked, but I don't really like it right here. And if I were to redo it, I'd probably put it over the table over here, which this thing I got out of a truck bed camper, and I feel like it would go really well like right here. I was gonna install it, but I can't find screws, so I'll leave it here in case you want to install it. Table, this folds down to make a bed here. I can show you that in person, it's easier. This drawer goes really, really far back, like all the way to the back of that table. And then, let's see, has one of these little doohickeys. This is not a cutting board, do not cut on it, it will slice it. Stove cover is actually in really good shape. I'm kind of sad because we ran out of propane like today, because I cooked on this yesterday. I got it as clean as I could. Still some black spots over here that I'm gonna keep working on. As you can see, the converter is working. We have light above the sink. We have power to the to here. We need to empty that black tank. The full gauge water heater on lights, neither of those lights have ever come on for me. I think that is why I have not been able to actually troubleshoot the water heater, because when I turn the water heater on, no lights come on. So I don't know. And if you look at the bulbs, you can tell that they're like really dusty in there. I don't know. I can't really figure out like why they don't work. I don't know if it's the bulbs burned out or what. Holding tank 1, that's your black water. Holding tank 2 is your gray water for the sink, which is not full right now. Holding tank 3, we've never actually used holding tank 3 because it's from the shower, and I've only used the shower like once. Water level is for your clean water tank, which is underneath the bed in the back. It was full when we left Idaho, but it is empty now. The empty light doesn't work either. So empty doesn't work, full doesn't work, and the water heater light doesn't work. Neither of those 3 lights work. Water pump, push it up to turn it on. You can see that light trying. Usually that light comes on, but see, got it. And then LP gas is empty. Turn that water heater off because yeah, nothing happens when I do that. Headlight, it does work. Hood fan does work. It has a high and low. I don't know what the hell this is for. Alarm. I don't know what alarm it's talking about, so I've never used it. This is a microwave and oven. Both work fabulously well. To use the microwave, you put it on microwave. To use it on oven, you switch it to convection. If you have metal pans, you can certainly use them in convection, but I would highly recommend not putting them in if you're going to use the microwave option. If you're using the oven, you use this dial. If you use the microwave, you use this dial. Light comes on, bings, start button, has a little handle thing, and if you have a little spinning thing that you can put in here, that would probably be helpful. It didn't come with one, and holy crap, I need to clean the microwave out. Gross. Okay, moving on. Things that are broken. Well, I already mentioned the whole lights here that do not work. The fan part of this doesn't work. Yes, it doesn't. I don't really know what that does at all, if I'm honest with you. And yeah, I've never been able to get the fan to work. I don't know why, but I also didn't really care because I don't really need it for anything. But yeah, the vent does open. It is currently open right now. It has a dark colored thing on it. Almost all of the light covers have the holes in the center, like any old camper, from bulbs getting too hot and melting them. This light, neither bulb in there is good right now anyway. These right here used to have these ugly ass gold strips across them, like gaudy 80s gold belt ugly strips. I pulled them all down because they were nauseating to look at. This door right here is the door that separates the bathroom from the kitchen area, and it was not even remotely functional when we moved into it. Aaron was able to fix it to this point that it's at now. We left the original hardware. We did try taping it closed, and it did work for a while. We left all of this original hardware in case you wanted to, or whoever bought it wanted to work on it, but it does close pretty well now. It did not even go, it was missing this whole section whenever we moved into it, so it basically stopped right here in the center. So you have almost full privacy. It would close if it had the little latch thing attached to it, because it does go all the way over. So if you know, I was clipping it with some clips there for a while, but then I just kind of gave up, didn't really care anymore. And then refrigerator is not currently hooked up because I want to show you where the fuse goes in the back before we put it all back together again. But it does work. We used it for a significant amount of time when we lived in it. Typical RV refrigerator. This thermostat I've never really messed with. I've always used the one in the back, so I don't know if that one actually works or not. I'm not gonna try that right now because it's way too warm to turn on a furnace right now. But the furnace works really well. At the bottom of the fridge is your air condition selector switch, which apparently fell off. That's new. I gotta go find one then. It was there until now, but it's set right now to the front because we mainly only used it in the front, but then you just rock it from front to back if you want to use the rear air condition instead. Let's see, does this light work? Ah, both of those work. Closet has a light in there, but you can't tell because the light doesn't work. It also has this toggle thing, so the light turns off and on when you close the door, which is kind of nifty. Down here, behind this grate is your furnace. Behind those two drawers is your water heater. There is a scratch on this drawer, but it is not broken. And can't tell if you can see it back there, but that's the water heater. Access if you want to mess with that. Okay, now we have the sink and the bathroom sink, and I think the clean water tank is pretty much empty, but you'll at least be able to hear that the pump works. See? If you lose power to the outside outlets, just push this red button right there and that'll fix it. There's a light for the bathroom here. This pulls open. Oh, random junk. I'll throw it away. Under here. Did not come with this when we bought it. I did that, fixed it. Then you have a cabinet here above the toilet. It has like a cool toothbrush holder thing in there, and it just locks. And then all the curtains are held in place by these like metal bracket looking things and holes, and then you just like put them in a hole. Not that you can see. Hello. Just put it in a hole like this, and then you go over to the other side and do the same thing over there, and it locks the curtain in place. I put the right one in first so I could show you, and then you just clip it in like that, and it stays so that when you're driving it doesn't, you know, go crazy or anything. So I'm gonna probably take these down because they're like ugly and dry rotted and really kind of in the way, if you ask me. So let's see. Then I don't know what this on-off button does because I have a feeling there's probably a light in the shower up there, but I've never tried replacing the bulb or anything. It came with like a bar, I guess, but it was gone when we got it. But that'd be something worth looking into. I put that shelf up there in case I wanted to use it, but then I never did. The shower does work. I did use it once. It has a button on the handle to turn it off and on. The tub is pretty gross. I haven't had cleaning supplies, and that's just dirt. And then there's water jet. But that's the shower. And then turn around. I fixed this. This was broken. This screw was broken. These kind of snaps are also under the cushions in the dinette to hold the cushions on. One of those 4 snaps is no longer attached to the cushion, but I never got around to fixing it, and it doesn't really impede anything. I think it's neat. It holds this door in place so that you can actually have privacy in the bathroom. This light did work, or it does work if I have it. Aha, see, it does work. You just have to have it turned on up top before the switch on the wall works. Vent opens and closes, and the fan, you can hear it, it does work. Let's see, and then here we have 2 light switches on the wall. Your first light switch is your overhead lights. Only one has a bulb right now. This one over here on this side Apparently it controls the lights that are inside these two side cabinets. But I think the bulbs are burnt out in both of them right now, so that switch appears to do nothing. This thermostat's the one that we always use to control it. Even earlier today, I heard noise and I realized way too late that it was the furnace, and it had apparently been set to 70, so I turned that down. The curtains in this back room are my favorite ever. They are just way easier to manage than the front curtains. They lock just like the bathroom ones do. They go up and down. Storage up here and up there. This has like a cool fold down table thing. And it has a 12 volt outlet and then a cable connection for TV if you wanted to get a TV. This was bent when we got it. It really just needs some pliers, but if you don't fix it, then just be careful when you're closing it and make sure that it bends on the hinge and doesn't bend any more than it already has. And this gets caught, be careful. When you close it, you're gonna push it right up against that real hard to lock it in place. There's an outlet on each side of the bed. It works with 120 volts. Stick over in the corners to help hold the bed up to access the water pump to prime it. Make sure you just lift the mattress and see that hole? Just reach down into that hole and the water pump primer thing is right in there. It has a little keychain hooked to it so you can pull on it. Those cabinets lock. There's 2 on this side and 3 on that side. All of them lock. I have the key for that lock. There is storage over here. And then there's a big drawer right here. The rest of the bed is taken up by the clean water tank, and then your other air conditioner back here, and those 2 cabinets up there open just like all the rest of them. And there are some little spotlights up there. That one needs a bulb, that one does not. And with that covers the interior. I think I got everything. The converter right here. I'll show you. We put a stick in here to hold this wire in place. You can hear the fan. You see the fan running back there? It didn't used to do that. This wire, it needs to be resoldered on that first circle right there. The connection right into that circle needs to be resoldered. And then that will permanently fix the whole house batteries not charging thing. So you just close it like that. It does need some screws down here, but I've been messing with it so much that I lost the screws. So I'm sure I have some. And yeah, I think that about covers it. We'll do the outside a little bit later.